There's a war going on, the books can't escape from the team. Call the morning steam, it's time to call the morning steam. It's time to break one for cover. That's gonna cover, that's gonna cash. Then we make the 100-yard dash to the window. I don't know what you thought. It's Ramon Scott running so hot. Sports make money and we make money with sports money every single day. NFL, NHL, NCAA. Stay away from the juice, we might play a parlay. It's the morning steam. What? Ramon Scott, sports money. What? Wake your ass up and let's get to the money. Get to the money. You know how we do it.
All right, there we go. Good morning. Welcome to the sports betting capital of the world, Las Vegas. This is Ramon Scott, and welcome to the Morning Steam Show here for Wednesday, September 24th. I'm sending out the links here real quick. Not sure I had to make a new shell. I came on the air and, well, it didn't really see me there. So here I am, but let me make sure I get it out to everyone and make sure that we get at least as many people as we can in here as we start the show. Thanks for joining me here on the Morning Steam. A little awkward here to do this like this, but I don't know. It felt like the file was corrupted. Could that be? I see everyone. I see people in here now, so it's obviously working. But if it was going on, I did the whole monologue and everything before I realized you guys couldn't see me. So thanks a lot. Okay, hello to everyone. Welcome to the Morning Steam Show here for Wednesday, September 24th. We've got Major League Baseball here tonight, of course, with our big playoff push. Man, I wasted a perfectly good monologue. Now I'm fumbling along here trying to make sure I got the show on the air. I just talked about all the interesting games last night and talked about our live stream, of course, with the Dana White's Contender Series last night. Man, I couldn't get one right hardly in those fights, just that big one that I get right. But we had a good time last night. We got UFC action here this weekend as well on Saturday from Perth, Australia. You can get going with your handicapping. Join me and BB here today underneath the live tab. You can get our coverage of Dana White's Contender Series. I'm putting this up here so I can fumble around here and try to make sure everything's going straight on the air. Check out our video here, preview for the fight card here this weekend, including that main event with Carlos Ulberg of New Zealand and Dominic Reyes of California, that light heavyweight main event here for Saturday. Make sure you join us at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific for UFC Perth with that main event. All the fights have an Australian fighting except for the first one, a ladies fight, but all the other fights have Australians fighting in every single fight. So we'll see if the home field, the home octagon advantage will be there on this weekend. Also join us later tonight. Sean Fox will be along with the betting throwdown here for Wednesday night coverage. Major League Baseball tonight. Oh, no WNBA for Sean, darn it. Did see that action last night in the WNBA, and hey, we did have a winner here on the show with Indiana and Las Vegas game to go under there last night. It did remain under. Las Vegas crushed the Fever there last night, and the other game, man, what a comeback by Phoenix to even that series up at one apiece as Phoenix won on the road, 89-83 in that game. Wow, what a game for Phoenix. They came back from 20 points down and got it done there yesterday. Phoenix evens the series, and right now the lower seeded teams have the home court advantage in the WNBA playoffs. We'll see if that holds here as we get going with the show. All right, let me say hello to Robert, to Jimmy, and to Jimbo. I don't know if we have to wait a few extra minutes here. We almost got a couple dozen of you in here right now as had some technical difficulties getting the show going here, but hey, we fixed it real quick and we got on the air. Let me recap the action from yesterday, of course, in Major League Baseball, because this is what it's all about tonight. We're down to 4 and 5 games for most of the teams here right now. Guardians over the Tigers yesterday, 5-2. The teams are now tied for first in the AL Central. It was only a couple of months ago on July 8th that we were talking about last night. They said, was it a 10-game lead? No. Detroit led Cleveland by 15 and a half games on July 8th. And last night was kind of the culmination of it as Detroit just kind of blew up there a little bit in that one inning. Skubal tried to hike the ball through his legs, threw it over the first baseman's head. There was another infield grounder. Skubal hit David Fry in the face with a pitch that Fry got a broken nose on and had to leave the game. It wasn't, Adam or anything. It was just an inside pitch, was trying to bunt, and Fry just missed a bunt, and it hit him in the face. And led to kind of a big inning, too, there for Cleveland. Cleveland went on to win 5-2 in that one there last night. So just turned out to be a bizarre run or finish there really in that game. And we ended up seeing Cleveland finally catch Detroit as Detroit continues to implode here late in the season, and we'll see if they can hang on right now for that wild card berth. But Detroit's still in there, holding the lead over Houston by 1 game. Boston leads Detroit by 1 game as well. So we'll preview those here. Also, yesterday, Cubs lose to the Mets 9-7. The Cubs led 6-1 after 4 innings there yesterday, but Francisco Alvarez hit the game-winning home run basically in the 8th inning. The Mets regained the last wild card slot by 1 game now over the Diamondbacks and the Reds. Arizona's won 3 straight as well. They beat the Dodgers 5-4 with another comeback against that Dodger bullpen that blew it again. Dodgers led 4-0 in the 7th inning, but Perdomo had a 2-run single, a walk-off there in the 9th inning. Shohei Ohtani allowed just 5 base runners and 6 scoreless innings. I wrote it up perfectly. I had a high roller pick on the over in that game. It did push at 9 runs, but I did say on my write-up for the game, basically, I said word for word in the decision, I said, I have the over in this one with the Dodgers and the Diamondbacks, and these starters will probably fare well with Ohtani and Fott. Fott's been pretty solid at home, and Ohtani's been very, very strong. But once you get into these bullpens, it's disaster time. I guess Arizona didn't really have that disaster that I needed to get over 9 runs there, but nonetheless, the Dodgers kind of choked that one. Now lead my Padres by 1.5 games here currently. Padres, hey, they could still win this division. I was saying, hey, well, I'm resigned to the fact that maybe the Padres have to play the Cubs on the road in the 3-game wild card series. Not so fast. Padres still alive to win that division title, of course, here, or pass up the Cubs. They actually trail both of them by 1.5 games. All right, everybody's starting to roll in here right now. There's Robert McCormick there. Jimmy's here. Jimbo's here. And I saw those guys. Flea Mathis found the right show and Trap God there. And Flea Mathis, God, you know what, Flea? Man, I worked so hard on that show, especially with VB, getting together each week, doing that show for the Dana White's Contender Series, and man, I can't seem to get it right. It is intriguing. It is an intriguing handicap every week because it really does make you, try to conceptualize what organizations are better than what, where young fighters stand when they get together, and I don't mind it, but man, I sure would like to win a few more bets. Okay, I want to thank everyone for getting on here with me. I'm talking about Major League Baseball from last night and the pennant races today. Pirates over the Reds. Talk about the Reds being 1 game back. O'Neal Cruz hit that 2-run home run for Pittsburgh to get things going early. Ellie De La Cruz hit a home run for the Reds. Bullet Twin 4-2. All the runs were scored in the 2nd inning. Guy out there made a nice catch on De La Cruz's home run, but the Reds have won 5 straight games, 4 separate occasions, but have never been able to win 6 games in a row. They've lost every time, and they've come and tried to do that. So Red Sox over the Blue Jays. These are kind of the important games here tonight again, but we did have the under on the show in that game yesterday with Boston and Toronto. Boston won it 4-1. Toronto's lost 5 of 6. Their AL East lead is just one game right now over those Yanks here. So those are more important games as well. Game was tied 1-1 for 5 innings. Boston scored 3 runs in the 6th inning. Red Sox lead Detroit by a game for the number 2 slot in the wild card race. Mariners over the Rockies 4-3. The Mariners clinched a playoff spot, of course, and they are 15-1 in their last 16 games. Right now, Seattle would be the number 2 seed here in the playoffs. A's over the Astros 5-1. The A's keep on rolling here. The Astros can't beat this team. It feels like the A's first run was scored when ball went up in the air, landed right in front of the mound. Not really playoff caliber baseball there for the Astros. And Springs allowed 3 hits in 5 innings. Looked pretty good. Houston a game behind Detroit right now today, heading into this one. Okay. Also, over a little bit of news there yesterday. Major League Baseball will have ABS Challenge next season. So we'll see. Each team gets 2 challenges, and then you get 1 more in extra innings if you're out of challenges. So, hey, I like it, especially you saw that Milwaukee Padres game last night. That home plate umpire missed 25 pitches called incorrectly in the game last night. Not great, right? So you don't need that challenge system. I'm all for it. I'm old school, but I don't care. I like the challenge system. Let's get it right. The Hawkeye is better than the umpire taking a night off there last night in that Padre game. 25 pitches were missed in the game. They showed them all on a viral reel on X, and pitch after pitch this guy missed. Out of 25, it sounds like a lot, and it is. So we need to have that fixed. Okay, I think we can get rolling here a little bit. We did have some other winners on the show yesterday, including Tampa Bay with Pepio there yesterday. Colton Cowser, a 2-run home run in that one. We did have the under with Pittsburgh and Cincinnati here on the show. We also had the over with Miami and Philadelphia. Schwarber, 53rd home run, but Miami's won 11 of 12 there. Also had a winner here on the show with the White Sox on the run line. And, we had the White Sox and Yankees under here on the show yesterday. Austin Wells, RBI double. New York's won 20 of 28. Obviously, they're in the playoffs now as well. Also had here on the morning Win Club winner with Minnesota yesterday with Zebby Matthews. Yeah, we went with the Zebster in a bit of a wild one there, and we're able to get a win with Minnesota on the road. They seem to be dominating Texas, and the season's over for those guys. So also we had the Padres over the Brewers, and we had Arizona on the run line in that game against the Dodgers on the morning's team, and also St. Louis there over San Francisco. We had St. Louis on the run line. They won 9-8. And we also had the Athletics yesterday. So pretty good picks here on the show. All right, there's Terrell. Yeah, no, Terrell, I was here, and something was wrong. Like I did a whole 10 minutes of the broadcast before I realized it wasn't working or something. The stream had started, but I was looking at it didn't start on and I had to go make another thread. That's why you see the bizarre just sports money logo out there. Okay, let's just get started here. We're talking Major League Baseball today, so might as well get rolling here. This is the featured coverage of the day for sure, and let's get started with every game. But first one won't matter with Washington and Atlanta today. You've got Andrew Alvarez going here for the Nationals. It's up against Bryce Elder in this one. Elder, big favorite here tonight. $1.90 total is 9 over 15. I think the sharp books are a little bit cheaper than this here right now, but we'll see what you guys think here in this one for Andrew Alvarez here. Get my stats up here. Alvarez, 4 starts, 2-2 record, 2.84 ERA, 1.1 WHIP, and 194 batting average against. Some decent numbers here for sure for Alvarez, and limited action here right now, but has done pretty well so far, especially in these few games he's been up. Not bad for Bryce Elder here. Does have a pretty bad ERA at home this season, and both teams have kind of been giving it up for sure here. But even with this hot streak that the Braves have been on here to kind of close out the season, I mean, they've been red hot with 10 straight wins here right now. It's been impossible what the Braves are doing. Washington, meanwhile, 30 games under 500. Even the Braves with a 10-game winning streak, they still only have improved to 8 games under 500 so far this season. So can you still, take the Braves at this wild number here, $1.90 up against the Nats? The way they're going, the Braves are smashing here. Alvarez has been pretty good, and this is kind of Elder's worst role. So, I don't know. It's a tough game.
Final.
And we're picking it anyways here because, hey, we got to pick them all. Washington has lost 6 straight games to Atlanta here right now, 2-5. They're straight up last 7 games on the road. They're 2-7 their last 9 games overall coming in. Let's see what we got. AOD found his way to the right thread. Mike says, nice comeback there for the Yankees and the Mets. 9 Legacy says, Washington on the money line. Mike is here. Great to see Mike in the chat. Wow. Awesome today. And there he is. Says he's on the Nationals here in this one. All right. I'm going to make my call here. Look, man, the Braves have been absolutely terrific, but this is such a high price. And not only that, we got a day game here. Right now, Washington, they seem to stay in there, man. Could you really take Washington here on the run line? I guess I have to at this price. Man, what is the price on the run line with these guys here? I don't know if my book even has it at this point. Okay, here we go. Washington on the run line, plus 1.5, minus $1.25, going up against this team that has won 10 games in a row. Okay, I'll take them. Give me the Nats on the run line here. Hey, the run line covered yesterday. Robert going over. Stop Geo's here as well. Thanks, everybody. Terrell says Nationals on the team total over here. And Teresa's here. Nice to have Teresa in the chat today. Appreciate that. I had to make a new. We got 40 of you in here right now. Found their way to the new thread here, the new show I had to make. All right, here we go. Next up, got the Brewers here going up against the Padres. I think Chad Patrick is now in there for the Brewers today. Pitching, he's 3-8 with a 3.66 ERA. The Brewers are 7-15 with Chad Patrick on the mound, despite okay numbers, although 3.14 BABIP. It's also 7-14 to the under is Chad Patrick. So he's gotten, some losses in here, but probably not a lot of run support is what it feels like. Dylan Cease is 8-12, but the Padres are 17-14 with him on the mound. Interestingly, in the games where he does not get a decision, the Padres are 9-2. So usually the bullpen and the bats come through when Cease pitches. He gets them through, usually in close games or trailing, and then the Padres come back for Dylan Cease is kind of what the numbers say. Padres have won 4 of their last 5. They won 5 of their last 6 at home. Milwaukee's dropped 7 of their last 8 games on the road. Padres are scrambling here, trying to win a division title or at least maybe get the home field back from the Cubs here. For Milwaukee, meanwhile, they are 2.5 games clear right now, of Philadelphia. That's, nothing to celebrate just yet, but, with only for the Brewers, they only have 4 games remaining still this season. They'll take a day, go right into their final 4 games here. Meanwhile, for the Phillies, they have 5 games left here currently. So both teams have lost 3 in a row. Padres, meanwhile, are also down to their last 4 games of the season, trying to track them down. So let's see if the Padres can keep winning here. in this one. Let's see what you guys have in the chat here. Milwaukee has gone under in 4 of their last 5 meetings against the Padres overall. There's Justin in the chat. And Nuke is here. Thank you, Nuke. Yeah, I had some trouble getting on the air, so everyone like this video. Subscribe to the channel, Sports Money, here on YouTube. D Money says good morning to the team. There's Jimmy. He's on the under. 9 legacy here. Justin went with Braves over in that game with Washington. Also, he likes the Padres game to go over here. I'm going to be against Justin, though, I think, in this one. Padres here with Bobby Mack and Jimbo on the over here. And Brewers, let's see, minus $1.25 is kind of cheap, says for the Padres here. Yeah, I think the Padres can probably take this one tonight. Let's see, David McCarthy. Nice to see David in the chat. He's got a little prop action going on. Ken Mizrahi's here as well. All right, that's cool, you guys. That you guys have joined me here today. Found me here after I had to make a second stream because I had trouble getting it on the air. I'm going under here with Milwaukee and San Diego. Next up, we've got Tampa Bay taking on Baltimore with Shane Baz on the mound in this one, going up against Tyler Wells. Baz, 30 starts. Rays are 15-15 with Baz on the mound this season. He's got a 4.5 ERA and a 3.10 BABIP for Tyler Wells. Been terrific so far in those 3 starts. The Orioles have won them all. He's got just a 2.04 ERA and a 1.61 batting average against. You mean to tell me the Orioles are only $1.15? They might be $1.20 now at some of the square books here, but the Orioles have been playing really well down the stretch. Tampa Bay, not so much. They, technically just blew it in their chase for the playoffs. And they're probably going to end up short, but they went into a bit of a tailspin as well. Weren't able to seal the deal and get back in the race there kind of late. So for the Orioles here, they've actually won 13 of their last 20 overall. Tampa Bay's lost 5 of their last 6 on the road and also dropped 12 of their last 17 games overall coming into this one. Baltimore's gone under in 1 million games in a row, you guys said there in the chat. And no doubt they have, especially after yesterday's 6-0 victory. I'd expect just maybe a repeat performance here by Baltimore. I'll take Baltimore to win here against Tampa Bay. It'll probably be a low-scoring game again. Baltimore's gone under in 10 straight games at home, 6 straight games in a row as well. So give me the under here. Well, give me Baltimore, but maybe I'm on the under too. Give me Baltimore, though, to win this one. See what you guys have in the chat there. And Orioles for Justin here. 9 legacy, Tampa Bay on the money line. Roberts on the Orioles here. And Mikey says it's a tarp going on. Okay, let's see here. Jimbo's on the Orioles. And Gunner for Justin. His prop here today. Go with Gunner. All right, next up, we've got one of the, I'd say there are 3 important games where, Pirates. Let me get this one out of. I won't say out of the way. This is a great game too. Pirates and the Reds. Look at this pitching matchup. Paul Skeens trying to seal the deal here. Maybe as a Cy Young Award winner in the National League. He's 10-10 with a 2.03 ERA. Skeens has gone 10-18 to the under in his 28 decisions. Skeens has a 199 batting average against, and man, how about Hunter Green and that incredible performance there recently with that complete game there. Look, it's tough to bounce back after those and kind of want to run deep, but man, Green was hot. 7-4 record, 2.74 ERA, 0.92 whip, 239 BABIP. Green's been sharp for sure, and this one should be a pitcher's duel, I would say, or Pittsburgh's gone under in 7 of their last 9. They've gone under in 7 of their last 8 games on the road. Reds have gone under in 5 of their last 7 games, and 8 of the last 10 meetings between these two teams have gone under. I would expect this game to be an under. We're in Cincinnati, and this thing is 7, and it may even be juiced to the under here. I'm going to put 7 under 20 just to make it look like a tough line here for sure. I'm going to try the under in this one of Pittsburgh and Cincinnati tonight with Skeens and Green. There's a lot of een in this one. Let's see what you got in the chat. Justin says, give me the Reds. Mike's on the Reds here as well. Jimbo's on the Reds as well. Tariq says, Reds let us down yesterday. Give the Reds to take it after Skeens is out of the game. Doesn't it always happen that way with Paul Skeens? So Reds have won 6 of their last 7 at home. They've won 5 of their last 6 overall. Pittsburgh has dropped 12 of their last 16 games, although they have defeated Cincinnati in 5 of the last 7 meetings between the two. I'm going to go ahead and take the under in this one, and so is Robert. All right, next up, now Detroit taking on Cleveland. This is one of 3 games where kind of both teams are a little bit more entrenched in the result here, even though Milwaukee and San Diego is also a game with 2 playoff-bound teams. Do have this one where, we don't know exactly what's going to happen now with the American League playoff situation, but we can speculate that Detroit will need to turn around big time here. Flaherty, 30 starts, 8-14 record. Remember what we said here about Flaherty almost all second half of the season, and for sure coming to this game. Think about it, right? You got a Detroit team here, still 13 games over 500, struggling at this point to even win a game, and you have Flaherty who's 9-21, or the Tigers are 9-21 with Flaherty on the mound. Now he is 17-11 to the over, but just a .239 batting average against. For Tanner Bybee here, he's 11-11 with a 4.34 ERA, 2.46 batting average against. The numbers are very similar on these starting pitchers. It's just that Cleveland's 17-13 with Bybee on the mound, and the Tigers are 9-21 with Flaherty on the bump. Detroit's gone over in 10 of their last 14 games overall, including 6 of their last 7 on the road, but Cleveland's gone under in 11 of their last 14 games overall. So this one's a little bit tough here, I think, with Detroit and Cleveland, but I'm going to take the over in this one at 7.5 runs. And in fact, I'm seeing 8 under 20 here at a few shops as well. So give me the over, though, with Detroit and Cleveland tonight. In the chat, we've got Mike on the Guardians here. Guardians for Justin. He says he's going to keep riding. I think what he's saying here is can't stop, won't stop betting against the Tigers is what it feels like he's saying. Here's Jimbo. He's on the over here. Robert's on the over as well. Jimmy's on the Guardians in this one. Trap God says Guardians. Robert says Guardians. A lot of Guardians action. Man, maybe that line will go up. I'm seeing $1.25 here right now at offshore. Tariq on the Guardians as well. We better get on these Guardians, if you know what I mean. Let's see. Line Legacy will be hanging on with the Tigers here, maybe. What a like I said yesterday, I mean, if you didn't see the show, it does feel like it does feel like for the Tiger, they're having some internal issues with the front office. A bunch of vice presidents of the club have been fired. They had some accusations or some complaints to their human relations of a lot of misogyny in the organization with female employees, obviously, but just a bizarre way to end the season. Action Jackson on the Guardians here as well. All right, Anna Bondar's on the ground with an injury here against Andriescu right now, leading the match, but watching some action here in China today this morning. There's one on the Tigers. It's Cash Kane says he'll try the Tigers. He feels bad for them. All right, let's keep it going here right now. Next up, we've got the White Sox here on the road. I'm sorry, let me get the Marlins game first. Marlins here with Weathers going up against the Phillies and Luzardo. Hey, the Marlins are the hot team here. I know that. Uh, they're on a roll. Get out of our way. For Weathers here, 7 starts, a 2-1 record, 3.21 ERA. Uh, had to come back from injury here, but he's looked okay so far. 1.21 WHIP, 238 batting average against for Luzardo. He's 14-7 with a 4.08 ERA, despite a 3.27 BABIP here. And you can have the Phillies, a pretty big favorite at $1.85 or so. Total has dropped here for sure to 8 over 15 or so. I'm not sure I agree with this move necessarily, but the Sharps are obviously hitting it here, or the steam came in on the under in this game early on. But Miami among the hottest teams here in the league right now. They've won 7 straight, including 5 straight on the road. Phillies lost 4 of their last 5. 10 of the last 14 games for the Marlins have gone over. The Phillies have gone over in 11 of their last 13 games. Phillies gone over in 7 straight at home, and 5 straight in this series has gone over. So that's kind of what I mean there about these teams have been going over, but this game is definitely on the move to the under here. Let's see what you guys have in this one. Miami's been one of the hottest teams here in the league of late. One of those teams, kind of like Atlanta. These couple teams finishing strong here. All right, let's see. Jerry Jones says Cleveland because Detroit is choking, or are they coking? Maybe they're coking it out. Mike's got the over here. Cash gains on the over. Phillies run line 4-9 legacy. Jimmy's on the over in this one. I'm taking Miami on the run line, not Philly myself anyway. I got to go with the red hot Marlins here. And on the run line, let's see what they are today. They are plus 1.5 and minus 130. So give me the Marlins here on the run line. All right, next up. Thanks for joining me here. Mike Roberts with me on that Miami. Cash Gain says the Phillies pitching's been shaky, and it's the Marlins have been. Yeah, the Marlins have been red hot with their bats right now. They're hitting right now 300 over this past week, and Philly down there near 240. And Weathers, has had some okay starts. There's Jerry was on Cleveland there. Oh, I think he means yesterday there with the Skubal pitching, right? Play by Skubal was just so bizarre, right? You're in a big playoff race and you're like, oh, let me just flip it between my legs and I'll be a big hero. Just didn't look good there, and that's just a sign of what's been going on here with the Tigers right now. Marlins money line for Cash Kane. Okay, now we can go with the White Sox with Alexander here for the White Sox. Tyler Alexander, he's just a opener here, or a reliever anyway, with 50 appearances. So it's going to be a bullpen game for sure here for the White Sox. They were able to hang in there on the run line yesterday, but it was the Yankees that got that win and got the playoffs here. So Chicago just hitting a little below 200 over the last week. Meanwhile, the Yankees are hitting almost 300 here right now over the last week. So maybe the Yankees can get this one here. Look, I went with the White Sox run line yesterday and got the win, but today I might be trying the Yankees back here on the run line. They've won 6 of the last 7 overall against the White Sox. They've won 8 of their last 11 at home. Beaten the White Sox in 5 straight here. They've also won 6 of their last 7. And the White Sox have actually dropped 9 of their last 10 games. White Sox have gone under in 9 of their last 11. The Yankees have gone under in 5 straight. So the Yankees here, man, this is a huge price at minus 1.5, minus 160. But I don't get too many options here on the morning steam. We just try to play it kind of straight up, if you know what I mean. So give me the Yankees here, minus 1.5. Minus $1.60, maybe you can go minus 2 runs. Want to get that price down a little bit, but I would prefer the Yankees this time. I was on the White Sox run line yesterday, figuring they could have a chance to give them the business, but I'm going to go back to the Yankees here today in this one. And let's see here. Newworth says, what could go wrong at 370? Yeah, no doubt about it, Nuke. This price, even for this matchup, probably is a little bit too high, but I think that tonight is more the Yankees spot than the as I said, we were ready to go with the White Sox last night in this situation, but not tonight. Robert on the over here. Jimmy's on the over here. And Tariq says take the Yankees there in this one. All right, I'll take them on the run line at least here. And here's another very important game for both teams in their respective playoff situation right now with the Red Sox on the road taking on the Blue Jays here. Boston in that second wild card spot right now. Look, they're probably not going to catch the Yankees. I mean, the Yankees are looking at the Blue Jays, but only trailing them by one game here right now. So the Blue Jays in not only that number one spot in the American League, got to be clear about that, right? Trying to hold off even the Mariners, who've won all their 5 games in a row and they're big time streak right now with 13 out of 14 or 14 out of 15, whatever it is. Mariners hot too. So let's see though with the great pitching matchup here. Garrett Crochet comes in with a 17-5 record. Skubal may win the Cy Young, but you got to include Crochet in there. 22-9 are the Red Sox with Crochet on the mound. 105 whip, 220 batting average against for Max Scherzer. Not great numbers this season, but it's going to give the Blue Jays a big chance here. Today, 5.06 ERA, 1.25 whip, 251 batting average against. Look, Crochet's nearly automatic here, but look, as a favorite, is this a side that I really want to trust? I think I might want to try the Blue Jays at home as a dog with Scherzer here. Tough to argue because Crochet has been so solid, but Boston's lost 8 of their last 12 against Toronto. Toronto's won 4 of their last 5 at home. Boston's in a pretty good group still, won 6 of their last 8 on the road, and Toronto's also lost 7 of the last 10 against the Red Sox at home. Toronto's gone under in 12 of their last 17 games coming in. I'll go to the chat here for this one, but I think I'm going to try Max here today. Let's see what's going on in the chat here with Robert. I think he's on the Jays here as well. Nuke says he's our Toronto correspondent here a little bit, that the Jays bats have not been hot here of late. And Scherzer has been getting rocked pretty good. Crochet's been so solid, but man, $1.35 on the road. Trap God likes the Jays as well. Scherzer got rocked. Yeah, I mean, he's basically got a 9.5 ERA in his past 5 starts coming in. Jimbo's on the Jays. Blue Jays are the play today. So a lot of people liking the Blue Jays. Here's Red Sox first 5 money line. I kind of want to take the Jays, man, but Max's numbers are so rugged in a way. I'm going to try him, though, today. Give me Max here. I'm going to go with the Blue Jays in this one tonight. Maybe just because I'm, thinking I'm getting Max as a dog in a must-win game. Crochet, though, is twice the pitcher statistically, it feels like, doesn't it? All right. Let's go, Jimmy. Here's Sox run line. Nuke says, you know what? Max might need to have a good start if he wants to pitch in the postseason. And Jimmy was on the Red Sox as well. Ken Mizrahi said Red Sox run line at minus $1.65. That's not it's not a great price, right? But it feels like that might be a better play, actually. Okay, let's keep it going here. Another big one here. One of the 3 big games today. I'd say big, because the teams can not also be eliminated, or teams that are not exactly in the playoffs yet. Mets and Cubs. Here, Cubs are in, but Mets are obviously fighting for their lives. You got Josiah Tong here. Jonah Tong here, 2-2 record, 5.94 ERA, 262 batting average against for Michael Boyd, a 13-8 record, 3.2 ERA. He is 11-17 to the under in his starts this season, 1.1 whip, 282 batting average against here. And we'll see with Jonah Tong. I mean, the Mets right now, like I said, they need it desperately. They're not exactly comfortable here with a 1-game lead over Arizona and Cincinnati, but they're in right now. It's their spot to lose, if you will. I guess if they win, hey, nothing those teams can do. For the Mets here, they are hitting about 270 over the last month or so, which is a little bit better than the Cubs here right now. Boyd has been struggling here of late. New York's kind of been settling down a little bit, but man, they're still in such a funk. And Michael Boyd, they're going to be trying to count on him here for the postseason, but will he withstand? Because he's actually struggled here a little bit of late. Cubs have lost 5 straight. Mets have lost 11 of their last 16, including 6 of their last 7 games on the road. So Mets with struggling big time here, and the Cubs at a reasonable $1.25. I'm going to take the Cubs here. Cubs still have the motivation trying to keep that home field over the Padres or whoever they play, Padres or Dodgers, I guess it would be. It feels like they're in that race. So Cubs holding that edge. Let's see what we got from the chat here in this one. Jerry says Skubal was a gift. His strikeouts was a gift there yesterday. Man, could you believe, though, in that game that, like I said in the intro, Detroit batter struck out 19 times against Cleveland in that game. Didn't even go extra innings, right? Mike's on the Blue Jays here. 9 Legacy says White Sox first 5. Also, Blue Jays, Red Sox, full game over, I think he means there. Cubs money line, Tong strikeouts. Over or under, Kane? Justin says Lindor over on his total bases. He also likes the over in the Cubs game here. Jimmy's on the Cubs. Tariq's on the over as well. And Timothy says over 7. Weather says the winds are blowing 18 miles an hour in. Ooh, boy, that is something. I didn't know. Let me look at that. Really? I mean, it makes sense. I mean, the total is 7 after all, so that usually is an indicator, no matter who's pitching, that the wind is blowing in. I didn't know it was 18 miles an hour. I thought it was a little more modest. But yeah, I'm showing a 9 to 10, and I'll respect what you're saying there too. But definitely is blowing in from left field here in this one. So I think Boyd, though, you're going up against this Mets lineup. Could be tough, but I'm going to go ahead and take Boyd. Here's an over for Robert. And let's see, Cash Kane's on the over. Robert's going to lean to the Mets, but and Kane doesn't take unders too much. Yeah, I get you. I was teasing you a little bit. Nobody takes unders in player props. I don't know why you just don't sit there and bet unders all day long. You'd think that'd be the right thing to do. Okay, Twins taking on the Rangers here with Taj Bradley. He's on the mound going up against Jake DeGrom. Now, funny, the Minnesota Twins have dominated against the Rangers here of late. And Bradley, not great numbers, 5.2 ERA. The Minnesota Twins are 10-16 with Bradley on the mound. He is 15-9 to the over. DeGrom's 18-11 to the over. Don't see that too often. 2 pitchers combined, 33-20 to the over. DeGrom still just a 3 ERA and a sub-1 whip with a 197 batting average against. But, man, both these pitchers far more overs than unders. Both teams have gone under in 4 of their last 5 games. However, coming in, Texas is on an 8-game losing streak. They've totally folded their tents here late and missed the playoffs because of just a terrible losing streak here at the end of the season. They've choked. Twins have lost 5 of their last 7, but they have defeated the Rangers in 12. Of the last 18 meetings between the two teams, I'm here. And Minnesota's lost 8 of their last 12 games on the road. So, all right, let's see what you guys have in the chat with this one. Usually with these Texas games, remember, we've been going under a lot, obviously, this season. But I don't know if I'm going to hear in this one. Let's see what you have. Trevor's on the Mets on the money line. He's also on the Twins on the money line. And Cash Kane says he's going to twin with the Twins. You got to take the Twins, don't you? I'm going over, though, in this one. It might be the first time I've gone over in Texas in months, but I'm going over tonight with Bradley and DeGrom. Twins for Jimmy. All right, let's continue on here right now with our next matchup. You got the Royals on the road taking on the Angels here with Kolek going up against Kikuchi. Here for Stephen Kolek. 18 starts, got 3.5 ERA, 1.14 the whip for Kikuchi here. He's 6-11. He's 20-11 to the over this season in his starts. 4.05 ERA, 3.20 BABIP for Kikuchi here. Kolek here and the Royals, they've won 4 of the last 5 meetings between the two teams here in Anaheim. Angels have lost 10 of their last 11 games coming into this one. Royals have gone over in 8 of their last 10 overall. Angels have gone over in 6 of their last 9 games. So I think we could see some offense here, but I'm going to take the Royals here on the road. The Angels are finishing with a bit of a thump here right now, and I'm going to take Kolek over Kikuchi. And let's see here. Justin likes the Royals here as well. He's got Sally over in his total bases. Timothy likes the Royals. Mike going under in this one, or in the Twins game. There, actually, Robert liking the over. And Tariq, Royals, first 5. All right, we got a few more here on our Major League Baseball Wednesday. That's where the focus is. How about the Dodgers and Blake Snell going up here against Brian Nelson and the Diamondbacks? Big one here for the Diamondbacks, obviously. 1 game back, and the Dodgers are trying to hold off the Padres. Got to keep all of it straight with this crazy week of games here. Trying to keep the yawns down. For Blake Snell here, 2.44 ERA, 1.28 whip, 323 BABIP coming into this one. Nelson, 7-3 record in 22 starts, 3.34 ERA, 106 whip, 214 batting average against. So both these pitchers are pretty decent. Snell does have a high BABIP though, but not Nelson. So let's see what you have here with the Dodgers trying to hang on. This is a big game tonight. Angels, Diamondbacks have won 9 of their last 12 at home. They've won 7 of their last 9 overall. Dodgers have won 10 of their last 15, but have gone just 6-14 on the road, and that bullpen is so bad here. But I like these starters. I think they might be able to do a good enough job. I didn't get it yesterday despite trying to go over. Hey, guys, listen to this. I'll get my pick out. Let me get my pick out here. I'm going to take the Arizona Diamondbacks here in this one. You know what? I'll take them on the run line at minus $1.30 today. That's what I'll do. Give them to me here on the run line. The money line is plus $1.25, but the Yankees are getting steamed right now. You guys are laughing at $3.65. Well, get ready to pay a little bit more if you're going to take the Yankees today. Seeing it go up to $3.85 here now at some books. This thing might reach $4 here. You know what? I will say this. I'd say in the last couple of years, at the end of the season, we had far more $3 and $4 favorites in the last couple of years than we did this season here down the stretch. I know it's always going to be mostly going against Colorado and against the White Sox and whatnot, but I'd say we didn't have, maybe because the White Sox, they're kind of a pretty decent team against the run line, hanging in the games, just not winning. All right, give me the Diamondbacks there on the run line. In that one, I like this card today. It's going to be great baseball tonight. My Padres are in a day game, so I'm looking forward to that. Okay, here we go with Cash Kane on the Diamondbacks. Robert's on Arizona. Tariq is on him first 5. All right, let's go to Colorado taking on the Mariners here in this one with Colton Gordon going up against Luis Castillo. here. Another one where we got a huge. I just said, hey, we don't have any huge favorites, and here we go. But Castillo here, 10-8, 3.63 ERA, 251 batting average against. For Colton Gordon, you know, uh, hey, Rockies are 7-7 with Colton Gordon on the mound now. Mariners here, we know how strong they've been down the stretch here, but if anything, you almost got to say, is this the year for the Mariners? Because they've been so hot here. Another 5-game winning streak right now, trying to chase down the Blue Jays. Now, I think this is what, yesterday I said, let's go with the White Sox, but not the Rockies. And tonight I want to say, let's go with the Rockies and not the White Sox. I think I'm willing to take the Rockies here on the run line in this one tonight at +1.5, +120 with Colton Gordon. Yes, the 6 ERA, I get that. But, I think the one thing about the Rockies, it just seems like, I know all the pitchers can look pretty bad at home, but some of the young pitchers, maybe it's not so good. Maybe you need veterans for the most part uh, with the Rockies, because it seems like the young pitchers that came up, they get rocked at home. But right now, Colorado hitting just barely over 200 on the road. Seattle hasn't been anything special at home either. Gordon's been okay. ERA about 4.25 over the last 5 starts. Castillo at home can be very, very strong, but I'm going to go with the Rockies here. Maybe it'll be 4-3 today. I think that's what I would think. For the Rockies here, they've lost 13 of their last 16. They've gone just 1-6 in their last 7 against Seattle. Seattle's won 9 straight at home. This is a little bit contrarian, or I'm gonna try Colorado, but just on the run line today. Oops, here we go with Rockies +2.5. I'd rather do that, Cash Cane. I'm not gonna do it on the show, but I probably might do that a little bit. Robert's on the over here. Tariq, Rockies first 5, and Jimmy's on the over here in this one with Colorado and Seattle tonight. Okay, let me see here. A little bit of news here with the Cardinals and the Giants. Robbie Ray's been scratched, so they're going to go with JT Brubaker here. That's going to be it for Robbie Ray this season. They'll pack him up and be done with it. That has caused a shift in the line. The Cardinals have now become the road favorite after they won last night's game, 9-8. Here, Cardinals have moved to about $1.15 or so with Sonny Gray on the mound, and the total mostly 7.5 over 20. Although I do see some 8 under 20s right now. So JT Brubaker now gets the call here in this one for the Giants. So, like I said, Robbie Ray, that's it for him. Brubaker, 16 appearances, no starts, just kind of an opener here. 3.65 ERA for Sonny Gray, a 14-8 record. The Cardinals are 21-10 with Sonny Gray on the mound. Imagine that this year. That's Sonny Gray for you, right? He pitches to the opposition's level, if you will. 4.33 ERA, 330 BABIP, but amazing that Sonny Gray, 21-10 are the Cardinals with Sonny Gray on the mound. And the Cardinals won it yesterday. Why wouldn't they win again today? They won 4 of their last 5 games. They've won 5 of the last 6 against the Giants. Giants have dropped 5 of their last 6 games. Giants have gone over in 9 of their last 11 at home, and 10 of the last 13 meetings between these two teams have gone over. I'm going to take the Cardinals here tonight with Sonny Gray over the Giants. And hey, look, Giants bullpen's been pretty strong here, no doubt, this season. I mean, top five bullpens, top 4 bullpens or so overall. But I'm going to go ahead and try the Cardinals. They've got a top 6 bullpen, so they've been strong with their pitching, just not enough hitting. Okay, let's see what you got in this one. We've got Robert on the over here, I think. Apache Storm says go with Gorman with an RBI today. Robert taking the Cardinals as well. And let's see. Cash Kane says, I was going to go under when Ray was pitching, but now that you have the pitching change, go with the Cardinals. Jimmy's on the Cardinals. Mike is on the Cardinals at 115. And Tariq says Cardinals and over. That's Mike's algorithm giving us the Cardinals there. All right. One last one here tonight with Houston and the Athletics. This one's important too. Houston here, they're on the outside looking in, believe it or not, with that 4-game losing streak right now. Houston's kind of choking here a little bit, and they need this one, and they're playing against a team they're having some problems against. You've got here Hunter Brown, though, going for Houston, but you have Severino going, I thought Severino was going to be out of this game, but he is. It looks like Severino will be the pitcher tonight. I stand corrected here. Brown, 2.3 ERA, whip of 198 batting average against. Hunter Brown's been awesome this season. Astros, oops, where's my graphic? There we go. Hunter Brown, 18 and 12 are the Astros with Hunter Brown on the mound. Meanwhile, for Severino, he's 7 and 11. A's are 11 and 17 with him on the bump. 4.72 ERA, 297 BABIP coming in. Got Houston here, only $1.30 with Brown on the mound. So, look, I kind of like to. I kind of want to go against the A's here because of the pitching change. Astros, though, have lost 6 straight against the Athletics right now. Athletics have won 5 straight at home, 8 of their last 11 overall. 6 of the last 8 games for Houston have gone under. A's have gone under in 4 of their last 5 games coming in. So, look, Astros are down here to $1, even $1.25 now with this pitching change here. But you know what? I'm going to take the Astros here and say that this is the move that they needed. I would have preferred the other guy in there. I'll take the Astros to snap the losing streak and get a big win tonight and really screw things up here in the Major League pennant race, playoff chases here. All right, I guess that's it for the morning steam. What else is going on today? We got 3 games in La Liga here today, including a couple at 3:30 Eastern. 2 games in Major League Soccer tonight as well. 5 games in Mexico tonight, including my Tijuana Xolos on the road against struggling Santos here. Even the Xolos might win this one on the road. So appreciate everyone in the comments today. And I think that, let me see here, you know what, guys? The contest might actually be canceled today. I don't want. Let me see if I can at least piece it together because of the having to change the stream. I don't know if I got the right. Let me see if I can't get it here at least. Okay, I think we can fire it up. If you want to win, go ahead and comment again. We might have missed the first group of chatters. Anybody who chatted in the first. I think 10 minutes of the show might not have gotten their entry in. So if you're still around, apologize for that, but did have some technical difficulties with the stream there. So, okay, here comes some plays in that last game. You got Justin, Astros team total over. Tariq on the Astros. Timothy Hawk says Brown should pitch well. Robert says go with the A's again. I mean, they're beating the pants off this team for sure right now. I'm only going with this. Like I said, you got Brown, obviously the better pitcher here. So whatever, the A's, it worked in West Sacramento. The team adopted the team, Look, they've got this team, for another year here. So, I even saw the Sacramento green shirts. I thought that, they should have changed their name to Sacramento for a couple of years. Why not? I like the Athletics, don't get me wrong, and I want them to stay the Athletics, and they will, but why not just name them Sacramento for a couple of years, and add to the tradition of the Athletics. Justin here for Jose Altuve over in his total bases. Robert says go under, and Jimmy says Astros money line. All right. Let me go ahead and run the commercial, and then we'll bring it on back here with the drawing. I think we got at least 20 names in there.
It's your boy, Mikey Money. I'm inviting you to join the Sports Money crew on Winnable. Get all of our premium best bet selections.
For a low monthly cost, you get the very best bets delivered instantly to your phone by text the moment they're locked in. No delays, no missed lines, just the smartest plays at the best odds.
We do the work, you get the plays sent straight to your phone right when you need them.
Don't wait, don't guess, don't miss the line. Join the winning team today and start cashing tickets with Winnable.
All right, thanks, Mike. Guys, join us over there at winnable.com with the Win Club and get more plays from us here. Look, I've been a little slow on the Win Club here this week, so anybody who does subscribe, I'll give you a little extra. Believe me, though, especially once we hit basketball season, right, we're going to be going to NHL preseason. Can't forget that. We got more games tonight, 5 more games on the docket. With this card, I might get into my first preseason card here tonight after we've seen a couple of games here for the team so far. Maybe I will dive in a little bit to the NHL preseason here, just to have some games to look at tonight. Textiles is here today. Hi, Tex. Mike went with the under in the last one. Justin, thank you. Great to see you as well. And use the promo code STEAM to save 20% off those winnable pick packages. I hope Mike wins. I want to give Mike a free subscription here. There, need a bounce back, right? Yeah, I went 1-2 yesterday in those baseball picks, and I've been laying off the Far East tennis here a little bit, but I feel like I want to get involved here now after tonight. Still watching this Bondar match. She's about to close out Bianca here, I think. All right, let's do the drawing here right now. Thank you for joining me on the show today. Back tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific. More morning steam. Mikey Money's got you today at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 Pacific. And we'll also have Sean Fox here with the betting throwdown today, guiding us through this important Major League Baseball action here tonight. Let's do the drawing here right now. See who wins 1 month of my plays. Jerry, Jimmy, Shannon, Trap God, Ken, Trevor. Who's going to win? It's going to be Bobby. Justin. Justin's already on a lifetime subscription to the Sports Money Picks. So thank you, Justin, for. Hey, Justin needs a new avatar. He's got his hair there. Now he's hair there. Justin needs a new avatar. All right, JM. Thank you very much for everything you do for me here, and thanks to everybody on the show today. Like I said, back tomorrow, more morning steam. Really appreciate you all joining me here today for the Major League Baseball action. All right. Oh man, we have a run of comments here real quick. Let's see. Well, there's Kane. Nice to see you, Kane. Nice to see you, Kane. Awesome. I'm glad to see you made it over here. And let's see here. Who else? I think that is it. Yeah, you can win something you could already subscribe, Justin. Basically, I'll give him another lifetime subscription. All right. Or no, okay. That's him, Justin. You did? Okay, I didn't. Forgive me. Okay. Appreciate everybody. We'll catch you again tomorrow with more morning steam. And for the Sports Money Network, I'm Ramon Scott. So long. Uh-oh.
Cash, then we make the 100-yard dash to the window. I don't know
where's
what
my
you thought. It's Ramon Scott running so hot. Sports make money and we make money with sports money every single day. NFL, NHL, NCAA. Stay away from the juice, we might play a parlay. It's the morning steam. What? Ramon Scott. Sports money. What? Wake your ass up and let's get to the money. Get to the money.